Alright, today I got back my 19 card order from SGC. A little beat up here in shipping. But they received, I sent it out May 29th. They received it June 2nd. The grades popped, I think, on October 7th. And I got it back today on October 10th. So I'll post the how many business days that took at the bottom of the screen here. Now this is not a blind reveal. I saw the grades ahead of time, so I already know that it was pretty tough sledding. This is my second SGC submission. The other one went much better than this, but I think it's a good, helps explain why there's such a premium on 9s and 10s, especially in some of these older modern cards. So let's get right into it. It's always nice to have these boxes when they're done. This first one here is pretty disappointing. This Topps 2001 Topps traded Albert Pujols. He, I mean, we thought the card looked amazing. Submitted this on behalf of my friend Russ, and you know, we thought maybe it was a 9+, but they in the notes on the order form it says evidence of trimming. So I don't know if it's actually trimmed or if it's one of those minimum size requirements. It's really unfortunate because it's a great card. So it might end up just getting sold raw at this point. So this is a 2019 Bowman's Best, the 99 franchise favorites. Insert a superfractor, 1 of 1. I know it's not necessary to get 1 of 1 slabbed, but they look pretty good, protected for all time. Topps compared to Panini is pretty subtle on their 1 of 1s. It's you know, hard to tell there in the upper right corner. They don't make as big a deal out of it writing it out. Maybe a 2019 Topps update, US 150 Keston Hiura, Mint 9. The only 10 of a batch here, a 2019 Chrome update, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 10. A 2019 Prism base Zion 9. 2019 Prism base Jaw 9. Now we're getting into the cards that I submitted. Those were all my friend Russ's submissions. And I didn't do so hot, but these first 2 cards were ones I picked out of my collection from high school, and I'd opened up some old junk wax then and apparently took good care of it, because this, Ken Griffey Jr. from 91 Fleer, yeah, it's the hideous yellow, it got a 9, so pretty good for a junk wax era card. '93 Topps Sammy Sosa, 8.5. Now this one is probably the most disappointing one. There's no way I would have sent this in if I knew I would get a 6, but this is a 91 Topps Stadium Club, number 41, 94, number 94 Brett Favre, and an excellent Tenier Mint 6. So I'm not sure what happened with this. I thought this looked really good, but clearly I missed something on it. Maybe there's a crease in the card I didn't see, but at any rate, this is an older modern card, but it's not so old that a 6 helps raise its value. So disappointing on that. I still hope to someday submit one of these raw and get a 9 or a 10 on it. 90 Hoop Superstars, Sears Hoop Superstars insert, number 12 Michael Jordan. This was an 8. And you know, looking at this now, it's pretty obvious it's fairly off center, and knowing how SGC grades, this 8 is not a surprise. It's not like the previous one. I completely understand this one being an 8. A 90 Hoops Sears Superstars Michael Jordan at a 7. This one's the worst. These were all pack fresh. I pulled from the 100 card Sears Superstars set. And these were as centered as they got. The centering on hoops is all over the place. So there are some that are, I mean, this is probably 73-20. There's some that are probably 90-10 centering. And then the last to round this up is a 7.5 for Scottie Pippen. With Rob Gronkowski coming back from retirement, I decided to get a few of his items slab. I have this 2010 certified potential numbered to 999, and it's got a 9.5 mint plus. Next up, this is a little disappointing. Again, I probably thought it would do better, but based on the experience with the first submission, I'm not as surprised that this got an 8 instead of a higher grade, just because of how particular SGC is on centering. So here's a 2010 Topps Chrome base of Rob Gronkowski in an 8. Here's another one in an 8. I did better on these two as far as what my estimate was and what I actually got. This is a 98 Bowman's Best Peyton Manning base. So this one got a mint 9. I'm pretty happy with that. And then another one, a Topps season opener, number 1 Peyton Manning, mint 9. It's the Topps paper and Topps Chrome that look exactly the same as this, but they're in the, obviously the different sets that are worth substantially more, but this was pretty reasonable. It's a season opener from 1998. We have a 98 Bowman Chrome, number 1 Peyton Manning. This one here, yeah, it's pretty pushed to the up and to the right. You can see it looks similar in terms of how close it is to the picture is to the upper border and then the right border, and that's probably why I sent it in. But if you look at the bottom left compared to some of the other cards, there's usually quite a bit less space down here and here. So, disappointing. I wouldn't have sent it in if I knew I would get an 8, but I definitely understand why it did, knowing what I do now. And the last one, probably the most valuable card I sent in, would be this 2012-13 Panini Select Damian Lillard rookie. It's a mint 9. Again, the centering is not perfect, so it makes sense. It's actually a touch high and a touch to the right. Centering it can be pretty tough on these select cards. So this mint 9 totally makes sense, and happy to have this.